Yeah, hi everyone. It's Wednesday, August 12th, so let's get right to it. Let's see what's happened so far in the market this week and take a look ahead here, see what could be coming up. So, had some interesting things happen today. And you can see here, start out with the transports. Always take a look at those. And you can see we're really extended from pretty much all of these moving averages. And we're definitely getting some topping action here. Let's just look at the weekly quickly, and you'll see here we're right up at some areas of prior resistance. And in fact, on a weekly basis, we did kind of reject all these prior highs. So not surprising, we're getting a bit of a pullback here on the transports, and we'll have to see here if the trend is going to continue. We're just going to do some consolidation because certainly the transports have been helping us to go higher, or at least leading us to go higher here. But RSI definitely overbought. And let's move along to the 10-year. Look at this. Look at the move on the 10-year. This is amazing. We really had a V reversal off this and bounce right back up. So yields coming back up, and I'm guessing we're getting into some area here where we're going to have some resistance around 0.7, but yields are going up. Stochastics, everything's heading higher on the yields, which generally speaking isn't usually a good sign for the markets, but because yields are so low right now that it's not really too worrisome yet. We'd have to get a lot higher before it would start impacting the markets. Might also explain, why gold has been a little bit weak, other than it's really overextended too. The Dow again managed to eke out a gain, 1% today, breaking out. It's amazing, just continues to go higher, which is what I said on the weekend. Path of least resistance was looking like it was going to go higher. We are getting into an area where we're looking a little overbought here, getting up close to 70 on the RSI. IWM been strong here. We did break out, but last couple days we've had some weakness. So not surprising, actually, when you do break out to a new high, quite often you come back to where you broke out from before bouncing and heading higher. So volume, we were higher on the day. Volume, a little bit lighter. Stochastics rolling over a little bit. RSI, again, we're pretty much overbought here at 70. And so we do need a little bit of a pullback. But again, I think we may pull back a little bit more, maybe to this 155 level. And we'll see if we bounce and go higher from there. The Qs, again, you can see here, as I mentioned on the weekend, we had a sell-off on the Friday, continued into the Monday and Tuesday, right back to this moving average. And wow, we just took off today. Technology back on the front burner. Lastly, the SPY again, up again today, 1.4% on the day. Pullback yesterday, and then continuation higher today. So nothing's going to keep this market down. Just going to continue to move higher by the looks of it. And technology, I'd be watching technology for the continuation. The dollar, again, we're a weekday today. We may just end up chopping in this range. Surprised it hasn't moved up a little more based on the yields going up, but is what it is. And inside day on the VIX. We did look like we were going to sell off, and then of course yesterday we had a big bounce back. And yeah, so interesting price action, but still looking strong. So let's take a look quickly at these candles at a glance, the different sectors. Consumer discretionary just keeps going higher. You can see here the communication stocks, the XLK, the technology ETF again, just like the Qs, a couple of weekdays, and now a strong day back. Let's just see if we can continue to go higher tomorrow. Certainly looks like a bit of a bull flag here. Big move up, bull flag consolidation. See, we almost pulled back to these where we broke out from, which again, typical pattern. Breakout, pull back, to the breakout point, and then off we go. So we'll be watching XLK, definitely. The materials headed a olefin candle. Same with the industrials. Energy inside day here. XLV looks like the healthcare sector looks like it's on the verge of breaking out here. It's bouncing off this moving average. Utilities seem to be kind of chopping, tried to break out, couldn't. Financials really pulled back today. Again, I'm kind of surprised because of the yield going higher, because usually that's bullish for financials. And the REITs inside day as well here. So let's quickly take a look at some stocks I'm kind of watching here. This APT, I believe they're a healthcare, not healthcare, but PPE provider. I think if we're going to have a resurgence of COVID in the fall, it's probably going to be a stock that might start to warm up again. You can kind of see here we're finding some support here around 1650-ish, and I'll be keeping an eye on that, and has lost some moving averages. I'll be watching for stochastics to turn, and maybe the MACD, the fast moving average to turn up here a bit, and watching the RSI to turn up. But I think this could be a interesting play going into the fall. eHealth had a nice bounce here. I was looking at this earlier, didn't catch the move, but so it gapped up and away on me. But it is doing a bit of a pullback here, and this 7250 area might be a decent place to try to take an entry. You can see the MACD is turning here. RSI may be going to be turning up. We've broken through 20 on the stochastics. Looks possibly like we're going to get could get a good reversal here on that one. And gold. I'm out of gold right now. I'm not playing. I'm out of all my gold trades and silver trades at the moment. I just want to see this gold and silver settle out a little bit. I do think we're just into a correction phase here. We have broken a trend, and we'll be looking to just watch to see this consolidation happen. Again, gold had quite an overnight crash flash, let's call it that. It was down like 40 or 50 bucks overnight when the Chinese markets opened. It was kind of a weird little trade there, but again, you can see here gold did sell off today, even though the miners kind of held in there. We may head lower. NK, something I've been watching. Again, it looks like we've pulled back to this breakout point. This sort of 9 level is kind of where we broke out from. Again, I'll kind of be watching for this stochastics to break 20. RSI to start making a bit of a bottom here, using 9 as a stop. So I may take an entry there. And we'll use 9 as the stop, because it did have a bit of a reversing doji here today, even though it did finish in the red just marginally. So NK is looking good for reversal. I'm just looking at Nikola, just because we seem to be putting in a bit of a ascending triangle, or a pennant I should say. If you draw a line along the top here, along the bottom here of the candles, you can see we're narrowing. We had a very narrow trading range today, so I'm expecting a break, buyers and sellers fighting here. That's what usually happens when there's a culmination, a final fight, and something does happen. You can see the volume here was very low. So I'll be interested to see which way Nikola breaks, and then possibly take a position on that one. Silver, again, sort of same comments as gold. Inside day on silver. It did start out higher and end lower. And who knows, maybe we're going to hold this 23 level. But silver should do a little better than gold, I'm thinking, because we're still on the silver-gold ratio, still oversold on the silver side, or undervalued on the silver side. You can see here, though, the MACD and everything's heading lower, so I'm not confident we're out of the consolidation phase yet. Space, people were asking me about space today, whether it's a good time to get in. I think there's definitely a level here to trade against. Low of the day was 1781. We went out at 1816 today, but certainly could use sort of this 1750 level, because this is obviously an area that's had some was prior resistance. We broke out from it, pulled back, and then went higher from 1750. We got this move here. Caught this move earlier in July. And again, volume dropping off here. Sellers are maybe getting exhausted. Looks like we're going to turn up on the stochastics, and we have that those test flights coming up, and first commercial flight by the sounds of it now with Branson, I should say, in January. Oil, I'm just keeping an eye on. It just doesn't seem to be. It's just sort of hanging around in this range. UTLS, the utility stock, again, just sort of chopping here. And Wells Fargo is the last one I was looking at here. Certainly 24 seems to be an area. We've had a double bottom. Tried to break out through this moving average. Had a challenge today. Like I said, all the financials pulled back. But we did manage to close on or above the 20 moving average. So again, something to maybe take a position in. And then if we can break through this 26.26 level, 26.30 level, then we could be in for a nice run if we get the financials moving here. Stochastics moving up. RSI is at 50, maybe putting in a higher low here. So yeah. So we do have a number of things to watch for the rest of the week. I think the trend is going to be higher. Let's keep an eye on XLK. Technology, see if it takes the lead again in terms of overall market performance, because it certainly had a nice day today. So that's it. We'll see you in the Bear Bull trading room in the morning, hopefully. 8:30 pre-market show starts. 9:30 we trade the open. And again, this is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, if you haven't checked it out yet. Have a great night, everybody. Bye for now.